So time to start the other direction as they come up next. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly.
First down and 2. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set. And there he goes. And he takes it in. Touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have chased him.
And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty...
In a lot of script plays, we know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24-20. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 4 for 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The
downfield, you're going to give him opportunity to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Eli Harrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me, winning with the running game, and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check four. Hey, watch it.
Here's Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Mike Spoke.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Motion.
From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times. You being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Crowell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be second and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The Texans on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Deferring to Armstead on the draw. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. This is Crowell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Yo. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, we got a snap.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now out comes Houston. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Watson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 27, Brady. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Joker.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that...
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 24 yards. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go, Deuce. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Football from 59. Watch football. 2-6. Oh, John.
From the 50, it's Watson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Motion, motion, motion. Motion, motion. 44's a mark. 49 of
Watson throwing again. Buying time to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Max by 4. Wait, 28.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Hey, 24. 44 is the mark. 44 is mine. Check. I'm coming.
On 4th down, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now look at this. Brady, option right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Crowell. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Watson and the Texans now down by 9. A little under a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know? The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. To throw is Watson, sliding out of the pocket. And no, it's incomplete. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And